What is going on, chat, man? I'm back with my boy. You know what I'm saying? Risky.
Bro,
Bro always has the same reaction. It's so funny.
You always be saying the same thing, bro. Like,
he always catches him off guard.
The magician who brought street football to the world's biggest stadium, bro. I'm not gonna lie. How we feel about Ronaldinho, bro? How do you feel?
Bro, Ronaldinho, when we reacted to him, bro, he was insane. I ain't gonna lie. He was insane.
He's one of them ones?
Straight bag work, bro. It's one of them ones, bro. All-time legend, right? But this is his story, man. Chat, you know, you guys been telling us to react to his story for a minute now, man. And hey, we're here. We're here to deliver. Here to deliver.
You know, he's actually very iconic, bro. He's like a very important figure in football, bro.
Yeah. So we're gonna get straight into the video. If y'all new to the channel, enjoy this type of content, you know, hit that subscribe button, man. Join the crew today. Let's get it. What's up?
The skill, the thrill you felt when you watched him. The hair, the flair, the fear he instilled into every opponent who went up against him. The samba, the silkiness, the carefreeness with which he played.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy aura.
Bro,
that is crazy.
He be aura forming, bro, when he plays, bro. That's the type of kid that he is, bro. I think I know.
Football was never just about wins and losses. It was also about enjoying every single moment on the pitch and making the beautiful game a true beauty to behold. He was a performer, an entertainer, a showman. A man who evoked joy, amazement, and nostalgia every time he stepped on the pitch.
Damn!
He was Ronaldinho, the ever-smiling magician who brought street football to the...
Chat, how long did he play in, you know, the league?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Ronaldinho, bro, he seems like pretty old, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Biggest stadiums in the world.
He looks like an old guy, bro.
We'll see.
You see, Ronaldinho was born in Brazil, the home of futsal and street football. He was born into a poor background, but football had always been in his blood. His father played football at the local club, while his older brother played for Grêmio before injuries cut his career short. Like things weren't bad enough, Ronaldinho then lost his dad when he was just 8 years old, so things became a lot tougher. But football was the only place he could find solace, so after the death of his father, he held football tighter. He started to play a lot of youth matches in his neighborhood and would often be the smallest person in the group, which earned him the name Ronaldinho, meaning Little Ronaldo.
That's not even his real name, bro.
What?
During this period, Ronaldinho played football, futsal, beach football, you name it. Anywhere there was a ball being kicked, you would see the little boy there. He was just obsessed with football and how it was played on the streets. It was while he played futsal that he was able to develop his skills, close control.
Yeah, what is futsal, bro?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I genuinely don't know what that is, bro. What is that, chat?
Ability in tight spaces, and what have you. Then boom. When he was 13 years old, he started to attract attention from all over the country when he helped his team beat a local club 23-0, scoring all 23 goals. Everyone who saw him instantly knew that this kid was special. He represented Brazil at the 1997 Under-17 World Championship, and after he shone so bright, he was promoted to the Grêmio first team the following year, after having been in the youth team for 10 years.
That's crazy.
Ronaldinho was only 18 years...
He's talented, bro.
He's been talented.
I ain't gonna lie.
Since a young one, bro.
Since a youngin', bro.
Years old when he started to shake the entire world with his skills and performances in 1999. He memorably embarrassed Brazil's 1994 World Cup winning captain Dunga in a final, leaving the legend looking clueless on 2 different occasions. It was clear at this point that not only
so you're making legends look clueless?
Was this kid good, he was very audacious. The world was watching, particularly Arsène Wenger, and in 2001, the French manager was ready to sign this Brazilian wonder kid and bring him over to London. The move was very nearly completed, but Ronaldinho was unable to secure a work permit to play in England, so everything collapsed. Seeing as the Arsenal deal had collapsed, he briefly...
Arsenal?
What? Ronaldinho would have played... I don't know every team he played for, but Arsenal?
He played for Barcelona, that's what we know.
Barcelona.
I don't know what the red kit is, bro.
Yeah, the red kit.
I don't know what that team is.
Let us know.
Bro,
considered going to
how do
Scotland
Arsenal fans feel, bro? They missed out on Ronaldinho because they wouldn't let him get a work permit, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
to play for St Mirren.
Bruh,
But because he had once been involved in a fake passport scandal, the move never materialised. Well, their loss. Anyway, all of this heartbreak worked out for his good, as he ended up moving to France to join PSG that summer. At PSG, Ronaldinho linked up with another street footballing legend, JJ Okocha, and the presence of the Nigerian midfielder in the
Oh
team.
wow, so they played together, my boy JJ Ocho.
And
Okay.
Seemed to send a
Bro, I ain't
message to
gonna lie, they let me tips,
Ronaldinho
bro.
that he could just be his raw self,
both,
even
that's
in
when they kinda
Europe.
seen this house.
His first season in Europe was good. Although not a guaranteed starter yet, Ronaldinho made sure to contribute each time he was called upon. He averaged a goal contribution every other game, playing as an attacking midfielder, left winger and second striker. But his first season was marred by some controversy. His coach, Luis Fernandez, complained that Ronaldinho
like a
never came back
familiar name,
early
bro.
whenever he went back to Brazil for holiday. But more seriously, he said that the young Brazilian was too focused on the nightlife in Paris, even more than he was on football. At the time, it seemed like a non-issue because, in spite of his questionable hobby, Ronaldinho never failed to put up insane performances whenever he entered the pitch. But this would actually turn out to be what eventually destroyed him at his very prime. But for now, he was still on top of the world.
So he was good,
What?
regardless of his partying, but at his prime, like
This destroyed his prime? Hold on, this is crazy. We gotta
And
see
he rode
this,
that
chat.
wave into the World Cup that summer. In Brazil, he formed a lethal partnership with Ronaldo and Rivaldo called the
What the
Three
heck?
R's.
Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, and Rivaldo.
Triple R.
And together, they shook the world. It was Ronaldinho's first ever World Cup outing, but you would never have known with the way he played. He was directly involved in 5 goals in 5 appearances, including one of the greatest free kick goals in World Cup history, which he scored against England. He curled the ball from 40 yards
That's
out
crazy.
to win Brazil that
How did he
game
curl
and
that
send them to the
top
final
corner
4.
like that, bro?
Interestingly, just 7 minutes after that, he got sent off, so he missed the semi-final. But he was back for the final, and he helped Brazil beat Germany in the final to lift their 5th World Cup trophy and cement their place as the most successful nation in the competition's history. Ronaldinho was named in the World Cup All-Star team, so he returned to PSG feeling truly untouchable. In fact, ahead of the 2002 to 2003 season, he was even rewarded with a number 10 shirt at his club. And with such a heavy number on his back, he began
So the number 10 does, I know it means something crazy, so he was rewarded that.
Rewarded, bro. He didn't like. So you gotta earn it, bro. You just can't come in
Okay.
and act to be like I'm number 10.
Okay.
to play with a lot more freedom and enjoyment. That season, he won the Goal of the Season award for his incredible goal against Guingamp, where he used a body feint, step-overs, and a chip to take the ball all the way from the midfield into the back of the net. This was the type of stuff we only saw in street football, but this young man was bringing it to the stadiums in Europe. Once again, the world was watching, and there were bigger clubs who were desperate
Damn.
to bring that artistry to the biggest stadiums in the world. In 2003, Barcelona's newly elected president, Joan Laporta, said his intention was to lead the club to the forefront of the footballing world, and he would do that by signing one of 3 players: Thierry Henry, David Beckham, or Ronaldinho. Henry remained at Arsenal while Beckham moved to Real Madrid that summer, which forced Laporta to go all in for Ronaldinho. Man United were also interested, but Barcelona outbid them, eventually paying €30 million for the Brazilian, a fee that would turn out to be an absolute bargain. Just after a couple training sessions and pre-season games, Barcelona's coach Frank Rijkaard said in awe about Ronaldinho, "He has something special every time he touches the ball." And for anyone who doubted he was special, he decided to announce himself to Spain and the rest of Europe in the best way possible.
Bro, I didn't know Ronaldinho was this much of a big deal, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, this is insane. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually very crazy to me right now.
Bro, he seems like everybody wanted him, bro. At that, like everybody looked up to his like style, bro.
Yeah,
But
he's like,
nowadays people be glazing him, bro. I be seeing it a little bit on TikTok.
okay, yeah. I look, he started to see like once I started to get in soccer, bro, and stay more pay like I pay more attention. I started seeing people wearing like Ronaldinho jerseys.
On the net, bro. I haven't seen jerseys yet, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
I seen it like at least like once or twice, bro. Like people just
Ronaldinho.
dressing up and wearing Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho though, bro. He's
I might want to get. I have to get a Ronaldinho, bro. Might have to, bro.
Your jersey?
Bro, he's tough, bro.
You might have to.
I might have to, bro.
His first goal for Barcelona was a real golazo. He carried the ball from his own half after having received it from his goalkeeper, dribbled past two players, and then sent a rocket flying past the goalie from 30 yards out. And he did this against Sevilla, by the way, not just any club. The whole of Spain knew that it was about to be scary times with this magician now in the league. But the downside to this was that Barcelona quickly became too dependent on Ronaldinho. The Brazilian had them sitting fourth on the table in November, but then he picked up an injury which saw him sidelined for a month. During that period, Barcelona dropped to 12th after a series of 4 winless games. In his first game back, Ronaldinho dropped a goal and an assist in the derby against Espanyol, which was the beginning of an incredible run for Barcelona. With Ronaldinho back in the side, Barcelona went on to lose only one of their next 20 league games, ultimately helping them go from the bottom half of the table to a second-place finish. That season, he was directly involved in 34 goals in 45 appearances for the club. And for his performances, he was named FIFA World Player of the Year in 2004.
Damn.
Barcelona's star Ronaldinho beat off fierce competition from Ballon d'Or winner Andrei Shevchenko and Thierry Henry as he was named FIFA World Player of the Year.
But that was just the beginning. The following season, he helped Barcelona win La Liga after having sat top of the table from October till the end of the season. He also led them to the round of 16 of the Champions League, where he scored one of the competition's most memorable goals against Chelsea. He was surrounded by 5 opponents, but he still managed to find the back.
It looked like he didn't even try on that shot.
Nonchalant kick.
Yeah.
Back of the net from outside the box. It was things like this that made him so special. Not only was he effective, Ronaldinho made sure to entertain while at it. His skills and flair made so many people fall in love with his game. And his captain, while he was at Barcelona, had the highest praise for him. Carles Puyol said, "The greatest compliment I could give him is that he has given Barcelona our spirit back. He has made us smile again." That ever-present smile was infectious, and like he hadn't given enough to the Barcelona fans already, he also helped crown his new heir. On the 1st of May, 2005, Ronaldinho memorably assisted Lionel Messi's first ever goal for Barcelona. In retrospect, that felt like a passing the torch moment. But Ronaldinho actually wasn't done just yet. He still had one more gift to give to the Barcelona faithful. But just before that, for his amazing performances in the 2004 to 2005, he cleaned out all the awards. He won the first ever FIFA FIF Pro World Player of the Year award, was named FIFA World Player of the Year for the 2nd time, becoming only the 3rd player after Ronaldo and Zidane to win the award more than once. And then he crowned it all with his first and only Ballon d'Or. It was the greatest season.
He only has one though? I thought he had more.
Bro, I feel like they're hard to win, bro. Like, a lot of players we've seen so far have had one or none, bro.
Okay.
What do you mean
For him individually.
Only Messi and Ronaldo had a lot, bro. What are you talking? Everybody else has had, like, barely any, bro.
Yeah,
they might have 2, bro.
That is true.
But as a team, the 2005 to 2006 season was much better, and he started it by putting up one of the greatest ever El Clasico performances. A performance so good that the Santiago Bernabeu stood up and applauded him, something that hardly ever happens. In fact, before Ronaldinho, Diego Maradona was the only other Barcelona player who had received a standing ovation by Real Madrid fans at the Bernabeu. That alone showed not only how great, but also how loved Ronaldinho was. This was a player with 0 haters. That season, he would then go on to help Barcelona win their first Champions League title in 14 years, directly contributing to 11 goals in his 12 appearances in the competition that season. In the final against Arsenal, he was very influential as always. It was even his pass to Eto'o that led to the red card for Jens Lehmann. Everyone expected him to win the Ballon d'Or again that year, but Brazil got knocked out in the quarter-finals of the World Cup, hurting Ronaldinho's chances. He ended up 4th at the Ballon d'Or and 3rd at the FIFA World Player of the Year awards, only beaten by players from Italy and France, both of whom got to the World Cup final that year. You see, from the point Ronaldinho moved to
Barcelona, like even if you win your league, win the Champions League, go crazy.
It's still that important, bro.
Barcelona, up until 2006, he was absolutely unplayable. Even the 2006 to 2007 season was great. He was directly involved in 37 goals in 49 appearances and was still as entertaining as ever. But it became clear that there was a new prince in town. Lionel Messi had blossomed and had overthrown Ronaldinho to become Barcelona's main man. He finished 2nd at the FIFA World Player of the Year and 3rd at the Ballon d'Or in 2007.
Bro, how the hell did he just come out of nowhere and be that good, though?
He's just a prodigy, bro.
Ronaldinho, meanwhile, was 5th and 12th, respectively. So, this sort of signaled the start of a new era at Barcelona, but there weren't any major changes until 2008, when Barcelona hired a certain unknown manager called Pep Guardiola. One of the first things the young manager did was to send Ronaldinho packing, which came as a shock to many. The Brazilian was still one of the best players in the world. Why would this inexperienced manager make a decision like that? Well, after having been devoted and dedicated to football in his first 3 years at Barcelona, Ronaldinho returned to his nightlife routine and started to give less focus to training. Guardiola saw this and decided to put the Brazilian on the market because he didn't want him to influence the young and impressionable Lionel Messi. Mind you, Ronaldinho was just 28 years old at the time, so this had absolutely nothing to do with age. It was simply his love for the nightlife that cost him his place at the very top of the game. As you know, letting him go at that time
not gonna lie, bro.
That was a crazy video, bro.
It's a crazy story, bro.
Bro, I did not know Ronaldinho's story was like that, bro.
His childhood was tragic, bro. You feel me? He got obsessed with football to cope. And then, bro,
he's just
he
partying.
became one of the best players ever, and the partying got to him.
So
bro.
the partying by 30 years old, he was out of the like the FIFA.
He was out.
Wow.
So he retired young, like he burnt out young. Like he was like a I forgot the saying, bro.
That's actually crazy, bro.
But, bro,
Chat, let us know down below, man, what you guys think, man, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
You feel me? Peak for peak. Do y'all think Ronaldinho, like, I'm not saying career, but just prime for prime, where would y'all rank him, like, compared to other players, bro? You feel me?
Yeah,
With that being said, bro, check out some of our other videos, but we got a lot of football videos, lots of different reactions, you feel me? Informational videos.
That being said, though, you know what I'm saying? We're going to catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.